Hello everyone, welcome to our view of channel DoopTube, and today I'll be doing my depth predictions for Avengers Endgame. Now we're gonna list this in 4 different categories. The first category is the survivors, so that's everyone who survived Avengers Infinity War. Then we have all the deceased characters, so that's everyone who didn't survive Avengers Infinity War. And then we have supporting characters, so those are characters who we're actually not really sure of whether or not they're still alive, but they are confirmed to be in Avengers Endgame. And then we have our final category, and that is surprising cameos, because it's made very clear by the cast list that some surprising cameos will be appearing in Avengers Endgame. So we're going to meet some characters who we actually didn't expect to show up in Avengers Endgame, but do. I'm gonna list a few of them down, and you're just gonna say, oh, didn't expect that. However, before we get started with these depth predictions for Avengers Endgame, I just want to give away a big spoiler alert. If you are going to watch Avengers Endgame and you haven't watched Avengers Infinity War or any movie after that or before that of the MCU, don't watch this video because I don't want ruining anything for you. So don't watch this video unless you're up to date with the MCU. With all care, let's get started with our first category, and that is the survivors. Starting off with Steve Rogers, also known as Captain America, or actually, I'm not sure really how we call him now these days. I think I'm just gonna go on Steve. However, as you can see, he has no beard. In Infinity War, he had a beard, and we never really got the reason why he had a beard. Probably because he has to be undercover or something. I don't really know. But thanks to the trailers of Avengers Endgame, it has been revealed that Steve Rogers won't have a beard in Avengers Endgame, and will just have his normal look back from Civil War and all the other MCU movies. So we're going to have the old Steve back. Yay! And then we're gonna lose him. Yes, that's very, very sad news. But we're all saw it coming. Yes, it's pretty much clear that our Captain America is gonna stand up against Thanos and sacrifice himself for the greater good, and be remembered as an icon. Our Captain America, our dear Captain America, our dear Steve Rogers, will sacrifice himself for the greater good to save others. And he's gonna go out in a heroic way. I'm not sure how, but I know it's going to be heroic, and we're all gonna be sad to lose him. Next up is Tony Stark. Well, it has been confirmed that Robert Downey Jr., who plays Tony, won't be appearing in any other MCU movie after Avengers Endgame. And a lot of us thought that he was going to die then, but I actually don't think that's gonna happen, because I actually don't think they will kill both Captain America and Iron Man in one movie. I think that one of them has to die, and the other one is going to retire from superhero work. And I think that Steve is going to die, as I just said. And I think that Tony is going to live and retire as a superhero. Maybe get a child with his wife Pepper, and have a happy life. Then we have Thor. Well, Thor is of course Of course he is going to die. That's pretty much made clear in the trailers and in everything that's building up to Avengers Endgame. I mean, what is left for Thor after Avengers Endgame? Nothing. Nothing. I don't see a Thor 4 being made. So, of course, Thor is not going to make it out of Avengers Endgame. There is not really a future for him after this. So, yeah, just because I don't see a future for Thor after the Avengers Endgame, I'm just gonna say that he's dead. Next up, we have Bruce Banner, formerly known as the Hulk, maybe now is also known as the Hulk. I'm not sure whether or not he will ever turn back into the Hulk again. So yeah, I hope so. Actually, I hope that he's going to turn back into the Hulk. But we're not really sure about that. However, our dear Bruce Banner is definitely gonna live. I think that Bruce Banner is gonna stay around for a little bit longer. Maybe we're gonna lose the Hulk eventually, but not right now. I think that he will stay with us for now. Then we have Black Widow, also better known as Natasha Romanoff. And Natasha is definitely safe. I mean, she has her own movie coming up in, I think it is 2020. Yes, 2020. We're going to have a Black Widow movie. So, of course, Natasha is safe. Definitely, she's safe. Next up, we have Clint Barton, now known as Ronin, I guess. Previously known as Hawkeye. I'm not really sure how to call him anymore. However, as you can see, he is now taking over a darker turn. He has a different haircut. He has a tattoo. And he now also uses blades. And also still uses a bow and arrow. And I'm not really sure what exactly to think about him now right now. Because he looks like he is going to be taking on a darker turn. But also looks like he's just going to be fighting alongside his friends. So yeah, I don't know what to think of it, but whatever. I just think that our dear Clint is actually still a hero, and that he has lost someone that has taken him into this change, as I want to call it. I think that thanks to the snap, Clint has lost his entire family. And I know that sounds very unlikely because his family consists of 4 people. His son, daughter, baby, and his wife. But Ant-Man lost his family too. He lost his girlfriend, his father-in-law, his mother-in-law. So yeah, I think that if those 3 can die at a snap, then why can't these 4 characters also die at a snap? So yeah, I think that's pretty much clear that our dear Clint is going to join the mission of the Avengers to save his family. And I actually think that he's gonna make it out of that. And I don't know exactly why I do, but I just have this feeling in me that gives me hope that Clint is going to survive Avengers Endgame, even though they're actually building up to killing him off. But no, I don't think that's gonna happen. I think that our dear Clint is definitely not gonna die. I think that Clint is going to live for right now and maybe die in the future, but for now he's safe. Then we have Ant-Man. Well, by the end of Ant-Man and the Wasp, it is revealed that he is now stuck in the quantum realm. But then we got the first Avengers Endgame trailer, where it was revealed that he eventually gets out and goes to find help by Steve and Natasha. So yeah, what's up for Ant-Man? I'm not sure, but however, I think that Ant-Man is definitely safe. Why is that? Because there is a rumored sequel to Ant-Man and the Wasp in the works, so I think that our dear Ant-Man will be in that movie. And so Ant-Man will make it out of Avengers Endgame. However, I think that he has a big role in defeating Thanos. I think that he is going to do something with the Quantum Realm to defeat Thanos. And we will see whatever that is. But I think that our Ant-Man is going to have a big deal with defeating Thanos. He's going to be a very important character for Avengers Endgame. Then we have Rocket. Well, Rocket is of course he's safe. There's still Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 in the works, with James Gunn thankfully being back on board. And James Gunn has confirmed that he wants almost all of the Guardians in that movie. And I think that includes at least Rocket. So I definitely think that Rocket is gonna live. Then we have Nebula. And Nebula is not safe. Not at all. Not at all. She is going to face her father and then be killed by her father in a rogue way. She's gonna sacrifice herself to save her sister Gamora, I think. Then we have Rhodey, also known as War Machine, and he is definitely gonna die. Yes, he's definitely gonna die. I know that I just said that Tony is gonna live, but I don't think that Rhodey is gonna live. And I don't really have a good reason for that. I just have this big feeling inside of me that says that Rhodey is gonna die. So yeah. Then we have Carol Danvers, also known as Captain Marvel. She just got her own movie, and she is probably also getting a sequel to the movie. And she just got here, so yeah, I think that she is gonna live. That's pretty much obvious, of course. Yes, so yes, Captain Marvel is definitely gonna live, but she is going to have an important role in this movie. What that role exactly will be, I'm not sure, but it's going to be very big and very important. So yeah, Captain Marvel will live and be actually one of the new phases for the future of the MCU. Then we have Okoye. Well, of course, Okoye is gonna live because there's a Black Panther 2 in the works, and it has already been confirmed that Okoye will be in that movie. So Okoye is definitely gonna live. Then we have how is this guy called again? M'Baku. And I think that M'Baku is gonna live for now, but maybe die in the future. Maybe in Black Panther 2 or 3, I'm not sure. But for now, he's gonna live, I think. Then we have Valkyrie. Whoa. Hold on, Doop. I thought that Valkyrie died off screen when Thanos invaded Thor's ship. No, that's not true. That's not true, dear man. Or woman, or whatever you are that is asking this question. Valkyrie is definitely safe. It has been confirmed by the people behind the MCU. Kevin Feige has confirmed that Valkyrie is still alive, and she will be very important for the future of the MCU. So that means that she is definitely gonna survive Avengers Endgame. That's for sure. And it also counts for Quack and Meek. They survived Thanos Invasion 2, and they are definitely safe. Definitely they are. They won't kill them off. That's just weird and not really a good choice. Now, lastly of this category, we have Thanos, and Thanos is definitely gonna die. Thanos is so dead. Echt. He is so dead. I'm not sure how much he is dead, but he is very dead. Then moving on to our second category, the deceased characters. Starting off with the first character who died in Infinity War, and that was Heimdall. Well, Heimdall is definitely gonna stay dead because there's not really a future for him after Avengers Endgame if his leader Thor is dead. And the actor who also plays Heimdall also confirmed that he's not really interested into ever returning to the franchise. So yeah, Heimdall was definitely dead. Then we got Loki. Loki is definitely also still dead and won't be coming back from the dead. I know that there's a TV show in the works about Loki's life, but that will be focused on the past life. So that's everything that comes before the movie Thor from 2011. And so that means that Loki can stay dead. Then with Gamora, well, Gamora may have died in Infinity War, but she's definitely coming back to life in Avengers Endgame. I mean, there's a Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 in the works, and there's no way that movie is happening without Gamora. So yeah, she's definitely coming back from the dead. Then we have Vision. Well, I first thought that he was gonna stay dead, and that's because there we were actually just building it up for him to die and stay dead. But there is now a TV show in the works focusing on him and Scarlet Witch, and that show is set after Avengers Endgame. So I have to think that Vision is somehow going to come back to life, maybe with some kind of science crap from Shuri. So yeah, Vision is coming back from the dead, whether we like it or not. Then we have the first victim of the snap, Bucky, and Bucky is definitely coming back to life. That's for sure. Bucky is not going to stay dead. There's a confirmed future of Bucky, also thanks to some TV shows, and maybe he's even getting his own movie in the future, and maybe he's also appearing in the Black Widow movie. I'm not sure what is for the future of Bucky in the MCU, but there is definitely a future for Bucky. So yeah, Bucky is definitely safe. Then we have the King of Wakanda, T'Challa, also better known as Black Panther. And Black Panther is of course safe. Why is that? Well, because he's getting his second movie released in a few years from now. And there's no way that movie is happening without him. So yeah, T'Challa is definitely coming back from the dead. Then we have Groot. And Groot is also definitely coming back from the dead. And that's because there's a Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 in the works. And there's no way that movie is happening without Groot. Then we have Scarlet Witch. Well, as I just said, there's a TV show in the works about Vision and Scarlet Witch. And that TV show is set after Avengers Endgame. So of course, Scarlet Witch is going to come back from the dead. Then we have Vulture, and Vulture is definitely coming back from the dead too, and that's because he has some future works in the making. He is also going to appear in some upcoming Marvel TV shows, and maybe in some future movies. I'm not really sure what, but he's definitely going to be in the future of the MCU, so that means that Vulture is safe for now, and that he will come back from the dead. Then we have Mantis. Well, of course, Mantis is also going back from the dead because there's a Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 in the works, and she definitely has to be in it. Then we have Drax. Well, Drax is a tricky one. I know that it seems like every member of the Guardians of the Galaxy has to be back for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. But I just had this strong feeling inside of me that makes me think that Drax is not going to be in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 because he dies during Avengers Endgame because he wants to kill Thanos for killing his family. So yeah, of course. Drax may come back to life at first when the snap is undone, but then he will try to kill Thanos, and then he will get killed by Thanos and die. Yes, I think that's definitely gonna happen. I think that our dear Drax is gonna die 2 times and will not come back for the second time. Then we have Star Wars, better known as Peter Quill, I think. And he's now dead. But because there's a Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 in the works, he's definitely coming back because there's no way that a Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 movie is happening without the Guardians of the Galaxy's leader. So yeah. Peter is definitely coming back from that. Then we have Spider-Man, also known as Peter Parker, and, well, let's be honest, of course, Spider-Man is coming back from the dead. I mean, we already had a Spider-Man Far From Home trailer released just a few weeks ago, or months, I'm not really sure, I think just a few months ago. And we definitely see Peter in that movie dressed as Spider-Man. So it's pretty much clear that Spider-Man is coming back from the dead. And is going to be a big character for the future of the MCU. So yeah. Spider-Man is definitely back. Then we have Doctor Strange. Well, of course, Doctor Strange is also coming back from the dead. Because he has a sequel to his first movie in the works. Not really sure what that movie is going to be about, but Doctor Strange 2 is definitely in the works. So that means that our dear Doctor Strange is coming back from the dead. Then we have, how was this woman called again? Maria Hill. Yes, Maria Hill. Maria Hill is coming back from the dead. We saw a quick clip of her in the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer, and so that means that she will be back for that movie, and that she will survive, and that she will come back to life in Avengers Endgame. Then we have Nick Fury. Well, of course, Nick Fury is definitely coming back to life because we saw him in the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer. So yeah, Nick Fury is definitely coming back from the dead. That's for sure. Then we have Shuri. And Shuri is now confirmed to be dead in Avengers Endgame. But she will of course come back to life. That's for sure. Then we have Hope, better known as the Wasp. And the Wasp is definitely coming back from the dead. Because she's probably going to be in that Ant-Man and the Wasp sequel. So yeah, that's for sure. And there's also a female superhero movie in the works. But not really sure if that movie is ever actually going to happen. But if it's going to happen, then the Wasp is definitely going to be in that movie. So that means that the Wasp is coming back to life. She is very important for the future of the MCU. Then we have Hank Pym. Well, I think that Hank Pym is also going back from the dead. So yes, he is definitely going back from the dead, that's for sure. Then we have his wife. Well, she just got back. Come on, people. You kill her off? Just when she got back from dead, I think. So yeah, why would you do that? Well, the only reason we can think of is, of course, to eventually bring her back later. So yeah, she is coming back from the dead. Oh, okay. Then we have, I think her name was Betty Rose. And she was in The Incredible Hulk, and it is now being revealed that she died off screen thanks to the snap. And we're not really sure whether or not she's coming back to life, but I believe she is. And maybe, just maybe, she will be more important for the future of the MCU. We are not really sure, but it is possible. Then we have Lady Sif. Lady Sif is probably coming back in Avengers Endgame, not really sure though. But it has been confirmed that she is also got by the snap and that she is now dead. And that she may or may not come back to life in Avengers Endgame. But I believe she is coming back to life. I believe that's true. Then we have our supporting MCU characters, starting off with Juan, and Juan is definitely gonna live. And now it looks like that he is gonna die eventually, because he's now kind of like a mentor to Doctor Strange. But I don't think that's gonna happen right now. I think that Juan will die eventually, but not right now, so for now he's safe. Then we have Pepper. Well, Pepper is also safe. I think that if Tony retires from superhero works, that he is gonna settle down with Pepper and maybe get a child. Then we have Happy. Well, we already saw Happy in the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer, so that means that he is definitely safe. Then we have Thunderbolt Ross. And I'm not sure whether or not Thunderbolt Ross is going to appear in Avengers Endgame, but if he is going to appear in that movie, and that means that he will have a close conversation with Bruce Banner about the death of his daughter, Betty Ross. And that's not going to be a great talk. Anyway, our Thunderbolt will live for now. Not really sure if he will die in the future, but for now he lives. Then we have Nakia, I think. Nakia. Nakia is safe. Yes, she's safe. She's probably going to be in Black Panther 2. So for now she's safe. Then we have T'Challa's mother. Well, I believe that she is eventually going to die to develop T'Challa a little bit more. But I don't think that's going to happen in Avengers Endgame. I think that she's safe for now. And maybe die in Black Panther 2. Then we have... how was this guy called again? This is Vet Ross. Vet Ross, that's true. And Vet Ross is safe, I think. He's safe for right now. Yes. Then we're going to our surprising cameos, and just to make it clear, you are going to be shocked that these characters are confirmed to appear in Avengers Endgame. Starting off with our first character, and that is Harry Keener, the kid from Iron Man 3. He is coming back as a teenager in Avengers Endgame, and it's not really made clear yet why he is there. But I think it's pretty much obvious. He is going to be the new Iron Man in the future of the MCU. Yes, Tony Stark will retire from work and he will pass the torch over to Harry Keener. And Harry Keener will be the new Iron Man, a teenage version of Iron Man. Not really sure if we're going to like that, but I believe that's pretty much likable. I don't really think that's going to be that bad. So yeah, I think that our Harry Keener is going to be a new Iron Man and that we're actually going to like him. So yeah, Harry Keener is definitely safe. Then we have, yes guys, she's coming back. She is coming back. Jane Foster. Jane Foster is rumored to be back in Avengers Endgame. Not really sure how though, since Thor broke up with her. However, there are some rumors going around that Jane is coming back eventually, and I don't see another way of bringing her back than Avengers Endgame. So she may be in Avengers Endgame. Not really sure though, but I believe that those rumors are true. So she is coming back in Avengers Endgame, and she will live and maybe become a female version of Thor. Not really sure. It's just a guess. Then we have Quicksilver. Yay! Quicksilver's coming back to life. Or is he though? No, I don't think actually that's gonna happen. No, it has been confirmed that our dear Quicksilver will be back from the dead. No, sorry, I'm not saying that right. It has been confirmed that Quicksilver will be back for an appearance in Avengers Endgame, but I don't think he will come back to life. I actually think that he is going to get a flashback. I don't think he's coming back to life. That just seems very, very unlikely to me. I would like him to come back from the dead. I just don't see it happening. Then we have the Asian one. The Asian one is definitely appearing in Avengers Endgame. Not really sure how though. So yeah, it's a shock that she is going back for Avengers Endgame. I think that she will return in flashback, that she won't come back to life. That seems very unlikely to me. Then we have Crossbones. Crossbones is dead now, and he will stay dead because it has already been confirmed that he will appear in some kind of flashback in Avengers Endgame. So yeah, Crossbones is definitely dead and will stay dead. I'd like to say that maybe the Red Skull will be appearing in Avengers Endgame. He appeared in Infinity War, maybe he's now going back in Avengers Endgame, we are not sure, but I believe he is. And if he is, then it's going to have a big face-off with our Captain America. And that will be a very interesting to see on the big screen. I'm interested to see what his plans are for the future. I think they're not good plans. Now that he is free of being the keeper of the Soul Stone, he can finally focus on destroying the world. Conquering the world. So yeah, our dear Red Skull is going to come up with some kind of master plan and be killed, I think. So that was everyone who may or may not appear in Avengers Endgame, and I have now confirmed whether or not they will survive Avengers Endgame. I hope you enjoyed. Tell me in comments below who you think is going to die in Avengers Endgame, who you think is going to live. Tell me all in the comments below. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and see you guys next time.